I'm going to show you how to put ingredients into weddings and events on Digital Florists. Now I'm going to show you how to do it individually, how you can do it by spreadsheet, and how you could bring from Toolbox a pre-filled list which you can then edit with your own prices. So first of all, you're going to want to make sure you've got all your categories there. If you've got a new to Digital Florist, you probably won't have anything in these categories, the ingredients categories. So where you add them is you go to settings, you go to general, categories. Then you've got ingredients categories here. To add one, you just click the button and then click create. Now I'm going to go back to events. I'm going to go back to ingredients and I'm going to add an ingredient. Ingredient 2, how I could spell. There we go, ignorance. Ingredient. I'm going to pop that there, and then I'm going to put the cost price in. Now, one thing to pop here, so it defaults to 0, which is just the cost price, and it gives the gross price here plus VAT. One thing to be aware of here, and that's just because of the way that florists tend to price. We tend to price where if we're given a cost price X VAT, we times that by a multiplier, and that gives us the retail price, including VAT. However, the correct way, and the way the system does it, is it adds your multiplier times by your multiplier, which gives you your net price, and then it adds VAT on afterwards. Because if you were, say, timesing by 3 to give your retail price, then you're not timesing by 3 because that VAT does not belong to you. So if you would normally times by 3, you'd want to do markup by 2.5 because then that gives you a gross price of 3. It's just a little thing to get your head around, but once you get used to it, it won't be a problem. It's just for you to be aware. You can pop it in bunches or stem counts there. You can pop whether it's a higher item, and then you can also put your colours in. If the colour's not listed here, you can just start typing it. And if your colour isn't listed, let's do pink 2. You can just add it by doing that, and that special colour arrives there too. I'm going to click create. Oh, what I didn't do there is add in an image. So you can add an image by doing that. And then if you just choose your image, let's do the same one there. Click open, click save, and there we go, brings my image in. Now, if you have all your prices on a spreadsheet, you can very easily import them. So if you go to import CSV, click to download a sample. I'm going to open it in Excel. So there we go, open with Excel. I would then just need to pop everything in here. So I'd put my product name, my what category it fits in, what the cost price is. You can put the price in as well if you want, you don't need to. Put your markup, what your colours separated by commas are, whether you want it to be in higher, if it's higher, what the stock quantity is, in for stock. This is attachment, if you happen to have images of all of your ingredients stored somewhere and you know what the URL is, if you pop it in there, or maybe on your website, that would actually pull the images through. It's unlikely you'd have that. If you do, you probably would know what I mean by that. And then archive would just be 0 because you want it to go up. If you were dealing with data that you were changing and you wanted to not show it, you would put a 1 there, which would archive it. Now I am just going to upload that sheet. So if I come over here, I'm going to upload it. There we go, open, import, and then it pops those products in, no problem. I would then just need to click into it to add my images if I so desired. Now I'm going to show you how you can import from Florist Toolbox. Now Florist Toolbox is something you get with Digital Florists, and it's marketing tools. Hopefully you know what it's about, but it's marketing tools and AI features that you can use individually. One of the things on there is a pricing calculator, and part of that is that you've got a whole stem list, price lists that you can let's go to it, that you can download. Now if you go to your price lists here on Florist Toolbox, click on there and click export for Digital Florist events, you can choose flowers and sundries, click export CSV, and then all we need to do is upload that onto your Digital Florists. Let's go back to there, just help if I actually went to the correct screen. Right, so we're going to come over here, import CSV, I'm going to click on that, and then there's the event ingredients. I'm actually just going to select that one. I'm going to go like that and then click import, and you can see it has imported all of my different stems. Now these are based on prices that we charge in my shop, Book of Flowers and Gifts. Obviously you may do things differently. Well, you certainly probably will do things differently, but it gives you a start. It's got all the names in, and you can check what the prices are. The way to do that is you're going to go import CSV, you're going to download the CSV, and then if you go through that list, you can then edit your prices. Now over here it's then got what the name of the flower is, what category it's in, cost price, what then price you sell it for, that's sell it for X VAT, what your markup is, any colours popped in there, separated by commas, and so on and so forth. Now, one thing, the way we price in Book of Flowers is we price by what we call fixed pricing, which basically means that we charge the same price all year round, regardless of what we've paid for it. So you might think these cost prices are quite high, and that is because we kind of give worst case scenario price, so that we're never out of pocket. And then we times by 3, however, our times by 3 is often more than that, because we also that the cost price that you see here is the maximum that we're going to pay. If I might have it here that our rose price is 133. Let's go to, yeah, if we said it's 133 because we sell it for £4. However, I very rarely pay 133 for a rose. I actually pay more like £1 most of the time. So usually I'm making more money than what the multiplier is there. If something is goes more expensive, then what my worst case scenario is, I tend to look for substitutes or look to raise my prices. If you want to know more about fixed pricing, just contact me. I'm happy to share details on that. Now back to Digital Florist events. So there we go. We've got them all in there. That's how you'd edit it. You'd put all your edits, and then you would just come back to import CSV, and you'd import that, and it would overwrite these with what your new prices are. And that is how you get all your ingredients in bulk into your Digital Florist events. Soon we'll be looking at how you build recipes now that we have all your ingredients in there.